Hey guys, alright, so the plan for today, we're going to correct yesterday's homework, go over the best examples of your life. We probably won't be doing any whiteboard practicing since, I'm not here. A little bit of graphing, and then our homework is page 190, 10 to 44 even. So the objective for today is I will be able to solve two-step inequalities. Yesterday we only did one-step inequalities, and we need to recall our rule. The biggest rule that we had is that if we multiply or divide by a negative, then we have to flip the sign. So let's just get right to it. We're going to solve 5m minus 8 is greater than 12. So I drew in my sides, just like we always do. And then I just want to get m alone. So to get m alone, the first thing I do is I add 8 to both sides. Negative 8 and positive 8 is 0, so I just have 5m. I bring down my sign, and then when I add over here, we get 20. Then I divide by 5 to get m alone. The 5's divide out to just m. Since 5 was positive, I don't need to flip my sign, and that's just 4. Then we just want to graph it. So to graph it, we draw in a number line. We put an open circle at 4, right there. And then because m is greater than 4, we go the greater than direction. Alright, let's try example 2. I want to start on the side that a is on, which is the left side. I want to get everything away from a, so I'm going to subtract 12 from both sides. 12 minus 12 is 0, so I'm left with negative 3a is greater than 6. Then to get a alone, I'm going to divide by negative 3. Negative 3 divided by negative 3 is just a, and because I divided by a negative, I need to flip my sign, so it becomes less than. And then 6 divided by negative 3 is negative 2. After I do that, I want to graph it. So I'm going to do an open circle at negative 2, and then because a is less than that, I'm going to go less than. So we have a graph that looks like that. Go ahead and try this example out. Take a few seconds. Which graph below shows the solution to 2x minus 10 is greater than or equal to 4? That would be graph C. Right there. Boop. Hopefully we can kind of tell because there's a line under here. So I know my circle has to be closed. So I knew right away it had to be C or D. I might be able to assume that it's greater than, however, so I could just maybe deduce that it was C. However, it could change to less than if it was negative. So just be careful. Now we're going to try one where there are variables on both sides. I draw on my sides. I have 5m on the left and I have 2m on the right. I always like to move the smaller, so I'm going to subtract 2m. So I have 3m minus 4 less than, that's 0, 11. So then I add 4 to both sides. We get 3m is less than 15. Then I divide by 3. So m is less than, because it's positive, 5. So then I want to graph it, so I'm going to do an open circle at 5. M is less than that, so I'm going to go in the less than direction. So it looks like that. So for this one, I would subtract 2r both sides. Over here we have negative 18 less than or equal to 3r plus 3. Subtract 3 both sides. So I have negative 21 is less than or equal to 3r. Then I divide by 3. So negative 7 is less than or equal to r. Now I need to be careful on this one when I'm graphing it. I'm going to do a closed circle at negative 7, but this time r is greater than. I know the symbol says less than, but r is closer to greater than. So we're going to go in the greater than direction. So that's what your graph should look like. Go ahead and try this one on your own. Hopefully you get the answer. X is less than or equal to 2. Now I want to take a look at special case number 1. I know I skipped a couple, but that's okay. So if I look at this one and I draw in my sides, I have 5n and 5n on both sides. That means they're just going to cancel out. So I'm left with 9 is less than or equal to negative 1. So is 9 less than or equal to negative 1? Well, no, it's not. That's just crazy. So this just means there's no solution. 9 is never less than or equal to negative 1. So no solution, there's no graph. Let's take a look at special case number 2. So if I draw in a line, I notice that on the right side, I need to do some simplifying. So I'm going to just bring down the left side and my symbol. Then I'm going to do 7x minus x, and that's 6x plus 2. Again, because I have 6x on both sides, they're going to cancel out. So I'll have 8 is greater than or equal to 2. And that's always true. So that means my solution would be all real numbers, or we could say infinity. My graph, if I were to graph this, I would just shade in the entire number line because it's all of these. It goes the entire way. Covers every single number. Okay, so there's a couple for you to try in there if you want to finish your notes. If not, the homework is page 190, 10 to 44 even. Monday and Tuesday we'll be working on section 3-6. Wednesday and Thursday we're going to review, and then Friday we have a test.